In this video, we'll show you port entry from your balcony stateroom, especially on MSC Meraviglia, where there is no front area where you can go and watch the port entry. If I zoom in, you can see in the back all the towers. Oh, and I see NASA back there. That's NASA. Let's take a look. So we are maybe about 2 hours away from arriving in Orlando, Florida. So typically with Khiz and Isa, they love staying in the room. You have kids who don't want to be out and about in the boat for port entries. Watching the docking from your room could be a great little treat. Even from inside the room, let's see if I can zoom in, you can see all the lightning towers and launch pad from the comfort of your room. Just beautiful, clean aqua water, calm seas, and what looks like flat lands are actually NASA launch pads all around. You can see in the back, these are all NASA's launch pads, lightning towers. Now Port Canaveral doesn't have a lot of traffic around. This is a very clean, simple port entry. We actually made another video where we put descriptions on some of those towers that you can see in the back and that big NASA building. You can actually see the NASA logo on it as well. Another thing that is very interesting, I would never think water in Port Canaveral would be this color. This is beautiful. So you can see the NASA space launch system. You can also see the SpaceX Falcon 9 and Falcon 9 Heavy. You sail right through all of this. So one of my recommendation is make sure for the sail in and the docking, open a map, and then as you go by all these cell towers, the SpaceX Falcon 9 cell tower, you can actually look at them right in front of you. Now all of these were the Apollo, the original Gemini and Apollo towers. In the back you can see the vehicle assembly building for NASA, the white one in the back there. Nice little beach here. If anybody knows what the name of this beach is, please put in the comments below. I'm sure that has a purpose, but I don't know what that is. Does not look like a buoy. You can also see some other people come out of their balconies looking around. So I know people are very excited to book balconies, but I really don't see a lot of use out of them. We were planning on going to NASA, but our arrival was 1 p.m. and NASA closes at 5. So we'll probably do a full tour of NASA on a different video, but for now, we can enjoy it from afar. There was a whole bunch of other cruisers last time around who mentioned this, but nobody knew what that type of submarine was doing just on land. This white ship is U.S. Naval Ship Waters. Because the name of that ship is Waters. U.S.
That's a very nice name.
Yeah, it is very nice, right? It does sound pretty peaceful. I wonder what the purpose of this shape is. I don't see any guns or anything on it. It doesn't have a medical sign, but it's a beautiful ship. Like I mentioned, a lot of people consider entering into Port Canaveral a little dry and boring, but doing a little research, learning about those launch pads, the NASA building in the back, that's pretty exciting to come out and watch. Now, as I was panning my camera around, I noticed, right, those are the NASA buildings in the back, the SpaceX building as well. And if I pan here, you're going to see rocket or a fighter jet. Now, one of my big passions is taking pictures of tugboats and pilot boats when we enter or leave ports. I don't know, there's something about them that just looks pretty cool to me. Tower in the middle, nice design. Each design is quite different from each other. A quick Google search showed that these are salt and cement factories and depots. Couple of cranes on ships. These are some cool looking ships. The Cemex logo on one of the silos. So that's the cement factory, and behind it is Norton Salt. You can see all the places that we passed by. If you're on the right side of the ship, you can see all the launch pads, the naval boat, USS Waters, the salt and cement factories, and the USS Coast Guard station, which I believe is further over there. But if you were on the left side of the ship entering the port, there's a couple of container ships there, cranes, and port. So you kind of miss out if you're interested in NASA and looking at all the lightning towers and the NASA building. You miss out on that. That's a boat with a helipad on this one and a helipad on the next one. I have never seen a boat like that. So if you guys know what these are for, please put it in the comments below. Here's Alia back from the gym looking at the docking. Now, last time we were here, we went up to here and then the whole ship turned around and then docked. I think that's a pilot boat or police boat. I actually think we're turning around because I can see the pattern, like the sand is moving. So we are going to turn around and then dock. So then when we leave tonight, at nighttime, we're just going to leave straight through. And this is the dock that we're going to dock in. I do think we lucked out, Alia, because we got to see a lot of the Falcon 9's launch pad, the NASA launch pad, but then also on the right side of the ship, as we are docking, you can get to see the full-on docking experience. I'm going to look at Google Maps to see what can you do if you do not want to take these buses or Uber to some place. What can you do while docked in Port Canaveral? There doesn't seem like you can do a lot. This is the port. All the tour buses are here, and it is a reversed docking that we can experience. So that's the captain's bridge in the front of the ship. They use that to look at anytime they need to see the side of the ships, especially when docking or leaving a port. The teams are there to extend the ramps. Now the ship is closing in. You can see the ramp folks just standing there waiting for it to be fully docked. Oh, it's reversing. Did you notice that it came closed, but now we're going back? And one of the rope is already on the ship. So you can see the crews there to tie the ship down. This was your quick tour of what is it like to dock in Port Canaveral. I hope you guys enjoyed this very quick video, and hopefully it motivates somebody to do some research on those launch pads and come prepared with binoculars, so as you're looking at those launch pads, you can get a quick close view of where humans fly from Earth to outer space. Until next time, bye for now. NASA, the white one in the back there. Now, one of the cons for watching a sail away from your balcony, if your neighbors are screaming.